All right, ready.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. Thanks for being here tonight. As Doctor said, I'm Dr. Cece for Cecilia, those of you who haven't met me. I wanted to give you guys just a little background about some of my health journey that kind of started a long time ago for me. And that was when I had a reconstructive knee surgery at the age of 17, followed by scar tissue surgery and drugs and more surgery, which luckily led me, and God willing, led me into chiropractic school, which led me to physical therapy boards and nutrition and activity changes. And lots of different things. And of course, during that time of studying, tons of neck pain and shoulder pain from staring at books for hours. And then myself being a mom and a practicing chiropractor, neck pain just kind of became a consistent, just a part of normal life, if you will. But really, the shift started for me in July of 2022 when I luckily was connected with Dr. Jess and this wonderful company. And I started doing what we call our healthy glow stack, and that is our protanum NRF2 and our collagen. And so, about at that point, 1 month into that, I noticed profound changes in the pain in my knee, how I didn't even notice it going up a flight of stairs anymore. I didn't hear popping every time I went down to do a cervical adjustment on a patient. So that was a big deal for me, things that I would notice on a daily basis. So about a month into that, though, I switched to the Tri-Synergizer and the collagen. And that's where my energy skyrocketed. My pain was completely gone. I felt lighter. I felt less inflamed. I naturally lost 10 pounds. Just all these wonderful things started happening naturally to my body. And I just thought, wow, this is what it feels like to truly be connected to your source and truly be connected to healing and health. And so it was wonderful. It was just so wonderful to see it work in my body, to see it start to work in my patients and those around me. And then, come October of 2024 is when we started our GLP-1 activator. And so for me, I knew that this would be something that could be healthy for maybe my joints, since that had always been a health journey for me. And what I noticed right away was more regular bowel movements, less hunger, zero sugar cravings, which, sometimes those will get you at the end of the day. But I felt deeper, more restful sleep, stronger workouts, more stamina. And by 4 or 5 months into using that activator, I had lost 8 more pounds. I gained lean muscle. And so lots of things. And I think honestly, one of the things that not a lot of people talk about when they start to talk about GLP-1 is really the mental game and the mental and spiritual health gains that I have received from activating my GLP-1. I think I've spent more time investing money in my mental health. I feel more peaceful. I feel more clarity. And above all else, I really do feel more aligned with my purpose and my God-given purpose. And I think that's really where you and I, Jess, really connect, is with our purpose that God has us here to help others.
I 100% agree. And your story is very powerful. A lot of transformations in so many different areas of your body and life as well. And I can say the same as far as my story too. So, for all of you that may have yet to meet me, I am Dr. Jess Bueller, and I'm a chiropractor too, as so is Dr. Cecilia. And I've been practicing chiropractic for 17 years and have additional certifications in acupuncture and an allergy elimination technique called NATE. And I've been with LifeVantage for 8 years. And I'm in my second year on the scientific advisory board for this company. And if you're new here, then you're also going to find out what's unique and different about this company and what attracted us and maybe what also kept us. And one thing I like to tell people is that activation, which we're going to teach you about, is to the cells what chiropractic is to the nervous system. And they really work hand in hand together to allow your body to function to function as it was designed, to heal. To use with activation, we literally use God's pharmacy to turn on God's pharmacy within ourselves. So thank you for being here, and thank you for listening to us. And hold tight. We're going to go through quite a bit of information in a short period of time. So why are you here? So you may have been invited because of where the current economy is, because of rising inflation, because of unaffordable housing. They're showing that most college graduates cannot afford to buy a home ever. Toxic overload, the rise of disease, the toxicity of our environment, of our food is increasing with every year. And or maybe you're just health conscious. You're looking, always open and looking for different ways to enhance your life. But there's some reason that someone reached out to you and asked you to come here and listen to this information. And hopefully by the time you leave here, you'll know what that reason is for you, like what you really why you took the time to come here and listen to two chiropractors talk about something they're passionate about. So LifeVantage is the activation company. And before you came here, probably the only thing you ever heard of activating was your debit card when you get a new one. But we're not talking about your debit card tonight. We are here to talk about activating your cells and potentially also activating your bank account, not the debit card. So with activation, we take it to make it. So we take something so the body will make something. We empower our bodies to make the things that it once did quite well. Things like antioxidants, proteins, peptides, enzymes, and things you need for better health. And when you share the LifeVantage, when you share LifeVantage, you're also activating the opportunity with the ability to earn supplemental income. So before I was introduced to this company, I had never heard about activation. So whenever somebody says, why haven't I heard of this? I totally asked that same thing even 8 years ago. Even studying nutrition, I had yet to hear of this, of the ability to turn on switches within our DNA, to express our genes differently based on certain combinations of what we could put in our body. So what about this company, LifeVantage? So we have visionary leadership. Our CEO, he was first our CFO, so he always has finances in mind. And so, but he had this forethought to see where the industry was going. If you're familiar with network marketing, I wasn't. But if you were, then you had this idea of what that looked like. And in typical network marketing businesses, the person at the top was making the most money, and then it kind of tiered down. And what they've found with different versions, and actually, honestly, if you think about it, that's how corporate America works, right? It's an actual pyramid. There's a CEO at the top, and everybody down below that makes less. And some of the old network marketing business models, there was some of that where like the guy that'd been there for 20 years, you really had no opportunity to ever exceed his income. And Steve had this thought that there could be a level playing field. There could always be this opportunity that no matter when you came in, you could out earn everybody else in the company. And you totally can do that here. He also saw the opportunity to create an affiliate marketing style with also your traditional network marketing business. So you could either just share products and gain and gather customers, or you could be building and developing leaders and growing a team of people that are doing the same thing you're doing. Either or both. So you could do both of those. That's sort of where he goes with things. He also likes to have complete involvement of the consultants. And by that, I mean, there's a field advisory board of consultants that help with marketing. They help with what the company is doing to support consultants. And he also has a scientific advisory board, which is a group of physicians who are still practicing so we can develop products that people actually need. We can help people solve their health problems. And this is something I think is really, really unique about this company as well. Financial transparency. We are a publicly traded company. You can check us out on the NASDAQ. We've been recognized at the NASDAQ twice, to once to ring the bell and another time as well. That is unheard of in the industry. Highly recognized in different magazines, and we're also accredited by our peers. We're one of the most talked about companies in the network marketing industry because a lot because of our corporate standpoint, and also because our products are so unique. So you may be here because of our GLP-1 product that Dr. Cece just mentioned. GLP-1 is the buzz when it comes to weight loss and weight management, but GLP-1 has a lot more benefits beyond GLP-1, and that is why we called this system mind body. With activation, like I said, we take something so the body makes something. So in this case, you take the mind body system and you start making GLP-1 again. This helps with your relationship with food, that food noise, less impulse, more balance. Weight loss is kind of actually the side effect of it. It actually helps. What it helps to do is to create healthy blood sugar levels inside of our cells. And so it is a little different than the synthetic versions you may have heard of. It is different. This is using what God gave you to create more of what your body should have in there to support it naturally. We see 140% increase in GLP-1 in our initial study. We did a follow-up study where it showed with more participants, and it showed a 200% increase in GLP-1 production. There are other genes that are impacted besides GLP-1. GLP-1 receptors are in the gut and brain, of course, but also the heart, the muscles, the lungs. There are a plethora of places that you will find GLP-1 receptors, which is why the effects are so widespread. This is just one before and after, and some more. But instead of just talking about our mind body system, which has definitely been a huge launch for the company, I also like to bring us back to where we came. So we started in 2003 with one peer-reviewed published study, and it showed that we could lower oxidative stress on average 40% in 30 days. That was a claim that at that time had yet to be made. And in 2005, ABC did a primetime investigation on us to debunk that claim. But instead of that happening, John Quinones had a 45% reduction in his oxidative stress load in just 2 weeks. He still takes this product. Is that super interesting or what? That's 2005. It's 2025. So you might be wondering why I'm bringing up old news, 2003 to 2005. We're in 2025. Why are we still talking about this? If you have yet to see this ABC primetime clip, I'd love for you to see it because it's still relevant. It explains this concept of taking something so the body makes something, and how that NRF2 pathway is so powerful in the body. It's able to turn on our antioxidant response system, where we start producing our own antioxidant enzymes at a rate of 1 million every single second. These are our survival genes. And when we can get the survival genes going well, then we can actually get thriving inside of our cells. This is the most, NRF2 is the most potent detoxification, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, anti-tumor forming pathway in the body. It's massive. If you just did a Google search or a PubMed search on NRF2 or oxidative stress, the list of studies is growing and growing and growing. If you looked at that list in 2005, it was small in comparison. And even then it was large because people were searching for answers for this. This is think of oxidative stress like your cell damage. It's the aging at its root. It's the cell having stuff that's just, like a hurricane goes through and you need a garbage crew. That's what NRF2 is doing in the cells. And so this was a powerful start. When you take Protandim NRF2, a synergistic blend of 5 herbs, God's pharmacy again, and when they are blended at that exact dosing that they are, which is very subtherapeutic, you get an 1800% increase in their effectiveness. 1800%. This lowers oxidative stress, like I said, helps the body to fight the free radical damage, and you start producing your own antioxidant enzymes, 1 million every single second. But Life Vantage didn't stop there, thank goodness. And they keep adding activators. We keep looking for pathways and things we can turn on that have gone dormant, like GLP-1, right? But before GLP-1, we had this healthy glow stack, and Dr. Cece mentioned this as well. So this is our Protandim NRF2 and our liquid collagen. And when you take them together, you start making not only those antioxidants, but also collagen. When the two of these are taken together, we see 100% increase in collagen density in just 8 weeks, and stress perpetuation is dropped by a third. Does anyone know anyone who could handle just a third less stress perception in their life? Like, raise your hand, right? Everyone knows someone that could use that. Just a little bit less feeling of that stress load just coming down a bit. This study, I literally cried. And when I read it is so powerful. If you have anyone with anything really serious going on, without me naming any symptoms, conditions, or diseases, and you're into research, go look at the cells that this upregulates and downregulates. The interleukins that are studied, really massive with stuff that's going. These are the cells that are studied in lots of things that people would rather never have on their docket. This combo is just really, really powerful. But because I'm a chiropractor, because we are chiropractors, I love to call this combo my chiropractic assistant. This is like your self-care, your cell care. I can tell a difference in my patients that take this versus the ones that have yet to take it. They hold their adjustments longer, their tissue, the texture and tone of and temperature of their muscle, their tissues is so different. And it makes sense because that collagen is more than just our hair, skin, and nails like we've typically thought. It's huge for our joints. It's big for our bones, our ligaments, our tendons, our discs, our fascia, all of the tissues. It is a part of every lining in the body. And then you've got the garbage crew coming in with NRF2. We also have, and I even forgot to mention, I'm remembering to mention that NRF2 has 7 US patents, and it also has international patents showing that combo produces a specific effect within the body. And those also protect the recipe. It's like the secret family recipe, right? But when one of the studies after that ABC primetime aired, major universities and institutions started doing their own self-funded research on Protandim NRF2. So we have a ton of studies in PubMed that were funded by someone outside of us. And one of those was done by a drug company called Biogen on their drug called Tecfidera for multiple sclerosis. And they found that Protandim was the most potent inducer of the NRF2 pathway, and that NRF2 activation provided protection to the oligodendrocyte, the basic cell of the nervous system. When I read this study, I was like, whoa, like if you have a brain, if you have a nervous system, that is massively huge to have something you can take that can provide protection to your nervous system. And when you can combine these two, the results are just exponentially better. And only thing that would be even better is just that one more step, which Dr. Cece mentioned too, is adding to this the Protandim NRF1 and Protandim NAD. So just more pathways in the body with different purposes. But look at these healthy glow results in a very short period of time in people that I actually know. This is my friend Maria's legs, and this is my friend Nancy's legs. Sean Poe, Jen D. These are people I know. But you can activate so many things in the body. This is our skincare, one step of our skincare system. So again, back to Protandim. There was a 10-year study done by the National Institute of Aging on Protandim NRF2 and several other products, and they found Protandim was the only anti-aging product that they actually found to increase lifespan by 7% in mice. And they came back to the company and said, there are company after company promoting anti-aging creams. Why are you not creating something for that? And so our chief scientist at the time created a skincare system with NRF2 activation in it. So this formula has our NRF2 combo in it. So you get inside out with Protandim, and then with our skincare system, you get it outside in. So inside out, outside in. But this is just one step. And if you're going to pick one step of the skincare system, this would be it. It's a better than retinol alternative. It's been studied by a famous dermatologist who only used this product with the study, none of our other products, just this. It's clinically proven to tackle 11 visible signs of aging. It's like 11 creams in one, you guys. It visibly firms and smooths skin in 21 days. And all of our products have a 30-day empty bottle money back guarantee. So if you try it, you have that guarantee there. But you take this and your body starts making firm and smooth skin. Then we have our brain drink. Ooh, this stuff. This is my favorite drink, my drink of choice. You take Axio and you start making brain messengers and energy. The chemicals in your brain actually attach to the appropriate receptors. It's like a lock and key mechanism, or throwing a dart at a dartboard and actually hitting the target every single time. It activates mental clarity and focus, empowers your brain and your body, while also supporting a positive mood. I always tell people to give this a 30-day try of every single day drinking a stick, because the benefits do add up. It is pretty instant for most people. They drink it and they can tell a difference. But when you have those consecutive days of activating brain messengers, that's when things really start to show a change. Same thing with GLP-1, right? You really want to see the benefit. GLP-1 provides that healthy blood sugar, and we want to see the benefits of healthy blood sugar long term. It's good to have it short term, but long term is where we see the real deal happening. And even speaking of time frame with Protandim, with all of our activators, I like to tell people, remind people, wherever you are right now is an accumulation of things, right? You just you want to take the products for at least a month per decade of age. So if you're 60, 6 months. If you're 30, 3 months, that kind of thing. Because when you're turning pathways back on in the body, they have to change and flush out what exists in the cells. And just like a 60-year-old has way more wisdom than a 30-year-old does, they also have more aging. They have more time that the pathways have gone dim. They have more accumulation of what's been going on inside of the cells. And so as things slow down and build up, we have to give the body time and allow it time to heal in that reverse as well. But this brain drink, look at this. This is just like 15 minutes apart. This is struggling taking the test. Okay, will you just drink your Axio, and then we're going to come and take the spelling test again. 15 minutes apart. Wow.
Wow.
So we take it to make it. We empower our bodies to make the things that it once was. But we also share LifeVantage and have that activate the opportunity to earn a supplemental income. This is like our store. I like to show this slide, less to overwhelm you and more for you to realize Have you ever gone shopping and then they suggest something you may like based on your purchases and you actually do like it? That's totally me. They always suggest things that I'm like, oh, yeah, I totally would buy that. And then I buy it. Well, what I found with LifeVantage is as soon as you like something, you start looking around and you realize we have other products to solve other problems that you may have as well. So we have a skincare line, a hair care line, all based with that Protandim NRF2 formula, a dog specific pet tandem version. We have an activator to burn stubborn visceral fat, the scary stuff that surrounds our organs. We also have your typical array of supplements, omegas, D3, an AM and a PM multi-mineral, multivitamin combo. I see bright for when people were just in 2020, when everyone was on devices all the time. And even now we're on devices quite a bit. Would you agree?
Yeah.
We have probiotics, prebiotics, postbiotics. There's just a lot of products here. The other two members of our Protandim family, Protandim NRF1 is for mitochondrial health, and Protandim NAD, which is also a new in the buzz kind of topic lately. But this is different than just taking something, right? We're taking it so the body starts making it again. And that is more to increase the sirtuin production in our cells. It's all the benefits of fasting, but in two capsules. You still want to fast, just in case you wondered. People always ask me that. Well, can you just take this stuff and like eat McDonald's? No, this is a part of a healthy lifestyle. You're activating pathways in your body to enhance what you're also doing in your lifestyle. What you put at the end of your fork makes a big difference. How much you move, how much you sleep. We still need those very important key things. Sunshine, of course, getting adjusted. There's so many tools. This is a tool in your tool belt. Activation Nation, though, this business has brought me the most surprise of all of this. When I saw the products, the science behind Protandim NRF2, I literally said to myself, if this is real, I am going to help a lot of people with activation. And it turns out if you help a lot of people with activation, you're actually building a business. And so then I had to learn about network marketing. All I knew about network marketing was to avoid it. I thought this would be a baggie at the end of the week that I threw away. I would ask the same question. Does it have research? Does it have research? And I would either get, I don't know, or I think so. And then I would look at one study performed by the company and a small group of people. And it just was like just another thing that everyone else had.
Mhm.
And so what I found with Protandim was something very unique. I found several massive studies in PubMed published by companies and institutions, major institutions outside of our company. I found something that did something totally different in the cells than anything I had ever been taught in nutrition. And then I got to see the massive results in patients and in myself. And then I had to learn and go back to school to figure out what network marketing was. And you can get your, what do they call the PhD in the School of Hard Knocks? Like I've done everything maybe should other than do. I've just learned as I've gone. And that is literally what you can do here. But you're also joining a team of people who are here to support you, and you get to choose who you do business with, who you do life with. And I like to think of whoever you want as a business partner. You got to imagine like, what's it going to be like if I'm on a beach chair next to them? And would I want to share a hotel room with them? And like, what if they forget their pajamas? Like, would it still be okay? Because that's sort of what you're doing when you're picking these people. Like, they're people I actually enjoy being on a Zoom with, or picking up the phone if they call, or they send a quick text message and I'm helping them with their people. Because you literally do this as a team. So you evolve and earn, and our compensation plan totally evolved. Like I said at the beginning with Steve Fife and having that visionary leadership, and our compensation plan was literally called Evolve. So you can share product, you can build and grow a team, or you can lead a movement, and you can do all three. So why affiliate marketing? Well, we're in a social sharing economy. Would you not agree? 70% of people look to social media to shop. 70%.
Wow.
83% of consumers trust word of mouth. They would like to buy from someone who they know, like, and trust already. Is that you? Over 4.2 billion users are on social media. So social media may be, something you have zero interest in. Great. Go ahead and talk to your neighbors. Who are you talking to? We are here. I like to think of this like we're looking to solve people's problems. What are they telling you? What's going on in their life that they'd like to be different? And do you have something you can offer to them? People always say, well, what do you say to people? I have something you may be interested in, or I have something that may help you. Based on what you just said, I think I have something that could help you. Like literally, it's that simple. It's you listening and then caring enough to open your mouth and say something. Literally, that's it. But there's no fancy tech skills required. No need for a massive influence, big emails. Most of the stuff on here, I have no idea how to even do most of this. So what I'm telling you is that it's whatever skill set you already have, you just use that and plug yourself into how you like to do it. There's no drop shipping, no inventory. The only products you buy are what you use for yourself. So sharing the products, this is where I say you can just gather customers, help people to solve their problems by getting activated, and you get paid for doing that. You can also build and grow a team. And this is where you think your traditional network marketing business model. You can earn up to 9 levels of commissions deep. This is why it's helpful for you to help the people on your team. Not it it helps everyone if we all work together as a team. And then you can also lead a movement. By the time you get to the executive ranks of our company, which I am, you qualify for a leadership match and leadership pool. So I get a portion of every person that I mentor in my entire team. And I also, with the match and with the pool, I get a portion of what the entire company brings in. So it's beneficial for me to not only help my team, but help other people's teams, help anyone with this company to see this company become an even bigger company and make a bigger influence on the world. And that's really honestly where the movement part of this is. It's not just making a little ripple. It's about making big waves and helping even more people than you could do on your own. And our offices, Cece and I have this wonderful gift of being able to offer chiropractic care. But if we go on vacation, if our hands are not on someone's bodies, we're not able to do that, right? And it's always one-on-one, one by one. And we can't teach anybody else to do what we're doing. They have to go to school and go through that whole process too. But with LifeVantage, I can teach every single person on my team to do exactly what I've done. I can show them how I've done it, and they can do it better than I can do it. Like some of them are like, man, you guys are wizards at this. So it's just whatever your skill set is, you use it. You can also activate adventure. This was something that has been really fun for me and for my family. I qualified for this Alaska incentive trip, and we're actually taking our whole family on that in August. And this South Africa executive destination was an epic adventure. But they're constantly coming out with different trips for you to earn. And then Growth Summit is probably my most favorite of all the trips they offer. And this is when you get to the managing consultant level and you maintain it for 3 months. They fly you in to corporate, and they pamper you, and they develop your leadership skills in this industry. And that was a very powerful 3-day event. So you can just purchase products. You can become a customer. You can also become a consultant, where you enroll with a pack of products and then you subscribe with a stack. All of our products come in a 30-day supply, so you need them every month. But when you first start, you pick the pack that works for you, and then you pick what you're going to get the following month, which is your stack. So why LifeVantage and why now? We have this Evolve compensation plan that works for all types of consultants, products that don't just supplement, they activate. We're publicly traded with full transparency, and Activation Nation is thriving.
Whoop, whoop.
As I say, is there anything you wanted to add, Dr. Cece?
A little whoop, whoop. No, that was really good, Dr. Jess. Thank you.
Okay, so whoever get back to whoever invited you here and let them know one of three things. One, you're interested in products. Two, you're interested in products, but also interested in the business. Or three, this is really not for you, but you know someone who may be interested in what we have here. So one, two, or three, and that's it. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop.